Hello everybody, it's Christine. It is the 11th day of Best of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Here is our sketch today. It is from Allison Davis. She has stars all up and down here. Then there's like stripes here. You could use strips, you could use striped paper, you know, whatever. A couple of photos with some like little journaling stuff here, title, blah, blah, blah. And a little cluster over here. You could even almost, it's a little hard to tell. She might have this frame, but maybe not. It's a little hard to tell though. All right, y'all, it is time. It's time to use the last of my Cocoa Vanilla No Limits collection. I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty darn sad about it. I have loved this collection. And y'all probably seen 1,000 layouts at this point. I don't actually know, I hadn't counted, but I'm gonna guess it's somewhere around 8 to 10. Anyways, this is my only sheet of paper I have left. Full size. The back is this circle, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this side. And I think what I'm going to do is use this paper here as my stripe. Now, unfortunately, it is a little bit, because I want it to go this direction, it's going to be a little narrower than the sketch. But it's okay, because I don't think it's going to work. I don't want to do it like this. That's not right. It's going to have to be like this. So we're making it work. I do have this with this little cut apart. I think what I'm going to do here, though, is I have this dot picture of my daughter. Just a little old selfie. I'm going to trim it just a little, obviously. But I kind of like this always be your awesome self. So I think I'm going to try to use that cut apart there. And then from the stuff on the side in my little cluster, I do have the stars. So I could still cut apart these. And I may do that. But I also have like all these little pieces here. And I want to use them. So we may end up with a bunch of random embellishments just going down the side. Just for the heck of it. I think it's cool. And then I have these titles here, these chipboard titles. So I think I may do You're Awesome, because I like that. But I wanted to show up. Yeah, it should be okay. We'll see. I'm not going to use these. I'm going to put these in my title box, because there's so many of them. I love them, but I'm going to put these away. And then I also still have all these stickers here. So again, I think I'm going to end up just putting a bunch of embellishments down the sides and then make a little cluster. I'm excited. I'm not going to lie. I think this is going to be cute as crap. So let's get started. Talk soon. Okay guys, quick check-in. So I have trimmed my photo a little bit. I put a yellow mat, I put the little gray paper mat. I've got this paper here that I mentioned is going to be my stripe. And I'm going to put this here. Oh, and I've inked the edges of all my papers so far with this Hickory Smoke, Distress Oxide. And so I've got these two here, and I was looking at it, and I do kind of like this, you know, together. And then, as I said, I'm going to probably put You're Awesome here. I think that's going to look cute. However, my issue is it looks a little strange. It's like it's just floating, right? Now, on the sketch, of course, this is wider. So it affords you more real estate to kind of connect all these things. I don't have that, so I'm going to have to deviate. I'm sorry. And I found this little scrap just laying there. And I kind of like this angle going down. I thought that was a little interesting. So I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do right here. And then, oops, I'm going to have to come over though, because I'm going to have to trim that back, because I want to put my embellishments along the side here. So I just wanted to show you that. Like I said, I'm going to trim this here and give myself a little shelf, because like I said, it looked a little strange, just that. I don't think it's going to look right otherwise. So, and also I'm looking at this and thinking, do you need a mat? Do you need a mat? But I don't know. I don't have any more yellow left. So he may go without a mat. I'll pop it up on foam or something. All right. So anyway, I just want to show you my thinking, because again, I didn't have this isn't wide enough, and I don't want to miss out. I don't know what to do with that other one. Oh yeah, all I have left of that is this little tiny bit here. My goal is to use just about every bit of this. All right. So I'm going to trim this and glue this down, and then I'm going to start well, I think I may put my title next. Y'all, I'm a little all over the place right now. Anyway, I'm going to have to kind of figure this out with all my little goodies here. So give me just a second. All right, gang. So first thing I'm going to do is take this scrap piece of star paper and glue that down back where I want it. And I like this a lot, actually. It's funny because I didn't actually like reshape it or anything. I left it as the scrap it was, except for the fact I trimmed off that left-hand side so it wouldn't poke out on the other side of that striped paper. And I like the striped paper. It's a pretty little rainbow there, and it looks cute. I do take my photo here, and I'm going to turn that at an angle. The sketch shows the photos at an angle, so I think that looks good. And then my little cut-apart card there, I decided I'm going to go ahead and put that up on foam. So I'll need to take my little piece of cheap foam here. I'm going to cut it down to size and put it on the back side of the cut apart. Initially, I kind of put it on there and gave myself a little room on the one side so it would lay on the photo. And then I realized I needed it to go more or whatever. And so I ended up moving it over just a little, I think. At least in my mind, I kind of remember doing that. Yep, here's where I moved it over just a little bit. And anyway, I'm going to just put my ATG tape on there, and that's going to go on top. And that's obviously the base of the layout here. Now, in a second, I'm going to pull out my title, and that's going to take me just a second. And I initially, so on the sketch, there was it showed it like a long title underneath the photo and a title above the photo. And I started to put it above the photo, my title. And I kind of decided the gray wasn't really showing up enough where I was putting it. And so then I decided I'm going to put it on the photo. And I actually really like how that turned out. It ends up, going, I kind of putting it down. I don't glue it just quite yet. And honestly, even where I'm gluing it or laying it right now, it's going to end up coming to the left a little more, where yours is kind of along the bottom of the photo there. I don't glue these down for just a little bit, and I don't really know why, if I'm honest. I kind of do. I'm kind of going through in a second. I'm going to pull all my little embellishments and start kind of just setting them. And I don't know that I was 100% convinced that's where the title was going. I felt like I was 90% convinced, but I wasn't 100% convinced, so I didn't glue it down just quite yet. So here's where I'm going to just start taking these embellishments. And I mentioned to you, I just got a bunch of random ones. So I'm just going to start like setting them and kind of building to what just looks aesthetically pleasing to me. There's no real, again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you there's rhyme or reason per se, other than there's this whole awesome theme, because I do end up using awesome several different times. I ended up finding the chipboard had this cool like frame looking thing, and there was this like, I don't even know if that little skinny square was intended to be used for anything or if it was really more waste, but I liked how it looked, so I ended up putting that there. I pulled the little chipboard circle. I've got that you can see that arrow there. I start off in the upper right hand corner with that little banner, and then I saw awesome over there again as a little cardstock piece of ephemera, and so I set that there. That little banner does not stay there, though. I just decided I didn't care for it, so it's going to come off. In fact, I don't end up using any of those banners on this layout, so I still end up with like 3 left over at the end here. But as I'm going through, I'm just finding different little pieces that seem to fill in my gaps. I've got some stars. I've got that circle chipboard frame. I'm going to use that square. The little globe down there. Then I get on the sticker sheet and I find a few more circle elements. I do like this because I did want to add, I felt like I had the globe at the bottom that was a circle. I had my chipboard that was a circle. And then I add these 2 little circles here. And I just like how that looks. So I'm not really along the theme of the stars as per the sketch, but I think that's okay. Now at this point I cut away because I went ahead and glued everything down, except for actually that lightning bolt. Believe it or not, I forgot to glue that down. I'll have to come back in a minute. Then I've taught my awesome. I decided awesome needed a little bit of that gray ink, so I went ahead and inked the edges of it, and I'm just going to use a little wet glue to glue it down. And then I had found that one of a kind, I think I actually cut that from a cut apart sheet, but it was there, and I decided to ink the edges of that. I'm going to put that in the middle of the awesome. You'll see that in just a second. We'll put some foam tape on the back side, and I was kind of pleased with that too. I don't end up with, I end up with some of my enamel shapes up in there. I don't really put anything else like big, if that makes sense. I just kind of leave it awesome with that little one of a kind in the middle of that. I think that looks kind of neat actually. But I mean, I will come back up in there, like I said, with some enamel shapes, but that's really kind of all I do, that little cluster there. I also have that little fishtail, like wavy banner-y looking thing that went above Always Be Your Awesome Self. I thought that looked kind of cute. Anyway, now I'm going to put in my little, well, that's a lie. What am I doing here, y'all? I forget. I get these words. I think I get the words next. I'm looking at these words because the sketch actually had some little journaling strips above the picture, and I thought to stick it there. And then I go, no, I don't like you there. I don't like you there. But I do like the words. So I end up pulling them over into the stripes here and kind of just filling in more of my little, embellishment sections. And I just pick a couple, I think it's 3 different little word phrases that just kind of go, in my mind with her. That one there, I accidentally peeled it a little bit the wrong way, and so I had to glue it back together. So anyway, then we'll put another one back up at the top. And I think that's actually when I realized I had forgotten to I'd forgotten to glue down my lightning bolt. Maybe I don't realize that just yet. This is where I'm just going to take my enamel dots, and I say enamel dots. Enamel shapes is really the more appropriate term. So I stick some up here in this awesome, and it took me just a second to figure out where I wanted to put these little dots, because some of them were kind of bigger, and I wanted to look clustery, but not, I don't know, because I got the words, I was just trying to find out the right spot to put them. But I like it. Ends up, I think I put 5 little dots up there. And it just kind of, adds a little something. And I ended up using this whole sheet of enamel shapes. I was really proud of that. Because I was really aiming to use this whole collection. Now, if I'm honest with y'all, I still had a little bit of scraps. And I still had them 2 sticker sheets. I probably could have squeezed one more layout. But I decided not to, y'all. So I went ahead and filed all my little stickers away and all that kind of stuff. Because I have just squeezed every bit of juice out of this lemon of this collection. And when I say that, I mean that in the best way. Like, I have got as much out of this as I possibly could because I love this collection. So I'm just going through it. I'm just adding my little enamel shapes here. Again, just kind of filling in little spots. And that's all I'm going to do. I don't do any sprinkles. I don't do any more jewels, nothing. That's it. This thing is done. And I love it. I love it. I sent a picture to my daughter. I was like, look how cute this is. It's great. So I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to let you kind of see it up closer after I've cleaned my mess up to stop being distracting. Look at that, y'all. Look at all those cute embellishments. I love those arrows. I just love all the dots. It's a great, great collection, y'all. If you haven't gotten it, I really encourage you. Check out the playlist. We have a link now for a playlist, so make sure you click that and you can see all the people playing along. Check out Instagram. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all the good stuff. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.